Welcome back to Movement and Talisa in today's advanced flow class. So it is recommended that you have some experience and you're comfortable with yoga poses and you're up for a challenge. If you get anything out of today's class, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe, or share. And we are going to get right into it, starting with a downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs, take whatever movements and adjustments you like or you need. This is kind of our wrist warm up too, so really grip through the fingers. Start getting those muscles in the forearms more active. Open up through the shoulders, through the chest. Melt the heels down towards the mat. Taking spinal waves here. Inhale, tucking the chin, rounding all the way forward. You can come either to plank or lower the hips for a partial upward facing dog. Exhale, pull the hips back. Inhale forward. Exhale, pull it back. Two more rounds. Last one. Walk the hands back so you're in a shortened downward facing dog. Hands can be about midway on the mat. Bring the feet a little bit closer. Look between the hands, come up on the toes, push the mat away, bend through the knees, and jump the feet so they're kind of in between the hands, cross the ankles, push through the hands to slide the feet through, coming into boat pose. Legs can be bent or straight. Option to stay right here if this is challenging enough. If you want a little bit more fire, lower down into low boat, and then back up into high boat. Cross the ankles, hands on either side of the hips, push them out away. If you have blocks, that can create more space and make this transition a little bit easier. Otherwise, just do your darndest with hands on the mat like I am. So back to our shortened downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Look between the hands, come up on the toes, bend the knees, jump the feet in between the hands, cross the ankles, lower to the bum. Boat pose, legs bent or straight. Stay here or lower to low boat and back up to high boat. Cross the ankles, push them out away, shimmy through, back to our shortened downward facing dog. We're going to do this time again, but this time we're going to jump through to an L sit. Look between the hands, come up on the toes, bend the knees, cross the ankles, pull through, lift up the feet. If that's not within your practice, lower everything down and lift one leg at a time, building up strength in the front line, anterior chain of the body. Let's fold forward. Arms in front of you, round down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Arms can extend overhead if you have room, and then round up one vertebrae at a time. Fold forward. Plant the hands on either side. Option one is to lift one leg at a time. Even if you're only lifting a millimeter off the ground, that is fine. Or you can push the ground away, lift the bum. You can lift one leg at a time here, or lift both feet. Lower down, hammer out the quads if they cramped up, like mine usually do for L sits. Fold forward, arms in front, round down, one vertebrae at a time. Arms can extend overhead. And then tuck the chin around all the way back up. Fold forward and back. So many options with our L sit practice here. Do what you need to do. Lower down. Fold forward. Round down one vertebrae at a time. Arms up overhead. And then all the way back up. Let's stretch out the quads after that intense quad engagement. Option to do this laying on the side if it's too much, too intense, laying on your back. So you just roll to one side and bring the top heel towards your bum. Otherwise, you can bend through the right leg, bring the left foot to the outside of the left hip. Staying right here might be enough of a stretch for that left quad. If you need more, you can lower back, stop here, assess the situation, lower back more. If at any point you come to a point where you're not able to breathe smoothly, that just means you've come a little bit too far. So don't fling all the way out of the pose. Just gently come out of it until you can slowly control the breath. That teaches and trains our bodies and our mind that this is a safe pose to be in, and our bodies will become more open and receptive to them, meaning we will lengthen the muscles and gain flexibility there more efficiently than if we panic and hold our breath and fling out of poses. That's just training our bodies and minds that it's a dangerous position to be in. Wherever you are, try to tuck your tail between your legs. You'll feel more of a sensation in that left hip flexor, left quad. If you're all the way down on the mat, start to sit all the way up to switch out legs, or you can just roll the hips over to the right a little bit and swing that left leg in front and switch out sides. If you're laying on your side to do your quad stretch, simply rolling over to the other side. Easing your way into this stretch, especially if you're working your way all the way to the mat and you're not super familiar with this stretch, let your body adjust and then take it a little bit deeper. It's not a race. We're coaxing the body into being more open. Unravel from this side, and let's come to a seated position. Now we're going to play around with it's kind of like a progression to a compass pose. So if compass pose is enough for you to work on, then option to stay there, and then I'll walk you through the progression if you're looking for a little bit more. Let's start with the right leg in front. We're kind of in this partial cross-legged position. Now with the left peace fingers, we're grabbing from the inside of the right big toe. With the right peace fingers, we're grabbing from the inside of the left big toe. Now pick up the right leg first, left leg stays down. And we're trying to nuzzle the right knee as high up on the right arm towards the shoulder as possible. So this is where we're getting set up for our compass pose. So again, option to stay right here. If you're playing with compass pose, the right hip might lift up off the mat. But if you want to try the progression with me, we need to get both hips down on the ground. From here, you can come to the heel of the left foot. Try to keep the head through the window of the left arm. And then slowly, seeing how your balance is, start to pick up through the left leg. Straighten in as much as you can through both legs. If hamstrings are kind of tight, it's totally fine if there's a generous bend in both knees. See if you can point the feet a little bit more, pulling on the toes with the fingers to help with the balance. And then slowly release. Cross the left foot in front. So now with the right hand, two peace fingers, we're grabbing the inside of the left big toe. Left hand, two peace fingers, grabbing from the inside of the right big toe. Nuzzle the left leg up as much as you can to start. Maybe just come into your compass pose. Warm up here. Lower both hips down, and then if you are playing around with the progression and the balance, slowly start to pick up the right leg, extending as much as you can through both. Trying to keep the head through the window of the right arm. See if you can point through the toes a little bit more. Wiggling and wobbling. If you fall out of it, just get back into it slowly but surely. Slowly unravel. Turn to come to the long edge of your mat. Right leg is extended. Left foot is planted on the mat, bringing the heel as close to the hips as possible. Bring the right hand, grab the left ankle, Reach the left arm overhead as much as you can, reaching for the toes. Whether you find the toes or not, doesn't matter. And then if you want a little bit more, come up on the left toe. Maybe you have to shift where the foot is situated, keeping the shoulders open, looking past the left arm, and then pulling out on the left knee. Slowly unravel, come up through center, switch out the legs, extend through the left, pull the right foot in as close to the hips as possible. Left hand grabs the right ankle, right arm reaches overhead, reaching for the foot, even if that's just a goal, maybe a very far away goal. And then option to come up on the right toes, gaze is past the right arm, and pull out on the right knee. Slowly unravel. Swing the right leg in front of you and around. We're going to close off class in a child's resting pose. Toes touch, knees can be wide, reach the arms forward. Relax the hips down. Elbows can be resting down on the mat. Forehead in contact with the mat if it reaches. Start to slow your breath. Notice how the body feels. Notice how the mind feels. I thank you for joining me today and for being in good spirits while we play around with more difficult and challenging and possibly new poses. And in closing, we say, Namaste.